Hey, collective. Hello, hello, beautiful souls. All right, soul tribe. So, hear me out. Food for thought. I got an intuitive download, and it's been just kind of resonating in my spirit for the last couple hours. All right. And I was like, man, okay, I'm trying to hone in on it. And I just got food for thought. What if you are the masculine? What if you are the person that is coming through these readings as someone that needs to let go of someone, either physically or energetically, in order for your true divine counterpart, your person, to come in, right? Because, hear me out, food for thought. Feminine and masculine energy is not associated to genitalia, right? Not you only don't house feminine energy because you're a female, right? Or vice versa. We all can, operate in duality out of those energies, right? And I'm saying this because I feel like there is, and I've done this too. I've had an idea of who my person is or what they look like or who I thought they should be, lingered or anchored in on that idea, right? That it's going to be this person. It has to be this person. I feel strongly towards this person, right? But this person and I are not able to be together due to challenges, obstacles, whatever, right? However, comma, what if you are the person who's holding this masculine energy and you're refusing to let go of someone who does not serve your highest good? Someone who's not aligned into your divinity as far as like your purpose here on earth, right? Or the work that has to be done, right? What if it's not that person and your true divine counterpart cannot enter into your life until you release this person or the person that you have been attached to, the person that you have a strong emotional conviction about, right? What if you the masculine? What if it's you, collective? Hmm. Well, in reverse, it says, yeah, that's the case. It does give a sense of daydreaming or fantasizing, or, you're emotionally convicted to something that isn't best for you, right? And when we get to those levels, one second, collective, when we get to those levels in our spiritual awakening or our calling, right? You're going to see that people, places, and spaces change. They have to. They have to. In order for you to align to the tribe that is meant to walk with you to the next level, that energy has to change. Strength card coming out, I feel like somebody is having to have the strength to let go, to relax, relate, release, set it free, let it go. And I feel also that if it's meant to be, it will come back, but not in the same format. It will come back in a way to where this person is aligned. This person is strongly aligned to you and what you're meant to do, which means they're already going to be in that energy of reciprocating, your who you are, how you move, how you flow. And of course, they're their own persons. They're going to have their own energy as well. But the reciprocation, the infinity sign, is what I always love to see in the strength card. It's that ebb and flow. This is somebody who's going to ebb and flow in your energy, and that's how you know it's meant to be. So we have the Four of Wands, we have the Knight of Pentacles, we have the Four of Cups, we have the Ten of Pentacles. I feel like the blessing is on the other side of the sadness. If I had to title this, the blessing is on the other side of the sadness. There is for some of you a relocation, relocation, a home, a new home. You could be downsizing. There could be a level of homesickness or even grieving over where you used to be, and that's where that strength card is coming in and adapting to something new and something that I feel like luxury is in the eye of the beholder. You know what I mean? Like when you think of wealth and riches and things like I visited my son and he has a huge huge acres of land, like where there's nothing but trees. And I remember I looked up and I was like, dang, baby, you rich. Look at all these trees. And it was like the trees, it's the trees, it's the trees. It's just the definition of happiness is what I'm going into. And I feel like somebody's having to have the strength of what the definition of happiness means for you. You know what I mean? Because there is some expectation here, there's some guidance, and there's birth to something new. The two of wands, the three of wands, knight of pentacles, there's some stability that's being cultivated in this process for you. But it's your perception, your intuition, I feel like your inner knowing of something has to change. Something has to be different. Something is not what it used to be. Like, you have to be willing to let go of your old life in order for you to enjoy your new life. So if somebody's in your energy and they're in your energy with the same shit, right? The same energy that you left them, that's not your person. Like, that's not who you meant to travel with, because you're not that old energy. They shouldn't even be able to familiarize with you, communicate with you. They don't know this version of you, right? But I will say this: there is someone out there who is male or female, and they are waiting on you in divine feminine energy, saying, I know this empress energy. I know this energy of not sleeping around and giving and sharing my body, my mind, my spirit, my energy with others, romantically, right? Saving themselves. There are those of us, including myself, who don't mind being on this hiatus of, this journey of celibacy. And celibacy is not necessarily saying you're waiting for marriage. It's definitely saying I need to be equally yoked in ebb and flow to whomever I'm going to share this experience with, because let's make one thing clear. Soul ties are real. So if you're dealing with somebody and they're struggling with addictions, or they're struggling with, a lot of things mentally, or they're just not stable, guess what's gonna happen? You link up with this person, your energy is gonna become unstable and off as well. So I just kind of wanted to come through with that food for thought and just say, hey, what if you are the masculine in this story? What if your person is waiting for you to completely set someone free that does not belong in your energy? Just a question. But yeah, let me go ahead and wrap this up. Just a real quick random message. And I said, I'll pull some cards and see what comes out. But from what I could see, yeah, somebody has to let go of this emotional conviction that someone is who they are for them. And you got to be able to let it go in order to grow. And that's what this is telling me. You got to let it go to grow. But, oh, okay. What is this? See the situation in a positive light. Yep. New perspective. You cannot make this shit up. And then it wanted to come out in reverse. You will gain a new perspective on a situation. This card encourages you to look at things from a different angle and consider alternative viewpoints. It may lead to valuable insight. Father, I love that came out, and it came out on top of the page of cups, because I'm telling you, intuitively, that's the message I got. It was like, what if you are the masculine? What if your person is waiting on you to let go of the person that you are emotionally attached to? What if you are the masculine? That's the question. That's the question. That's the food for thought here. And see the situation from a positive light. Dream crusher. Look, I'm telling you, this is the idea of someone being who they're not. Take care of the details. Dream crusher. A significant life event approaches. People try to emulate you, but fail miserably. How you doing? How you doing? It isn't whether your cup is half empty or half full. The point is you have a cup at all. That's where a lot of us are at. Like, what is your definition of beauty? What is your definition of success? What is your definition of happiness? That's how you're going to gain keen insight into, the next level of this journey for you with the three of wands. Define your definition of happiness and success. For some of us, it's a one bedroom, chilling and being still, watching Netflix, like not having to work 3 or 4 jobs to keep up a big ass home. You know what I mean? That could be your definition. But whatever it is, own it. New creative project. I do feel like if you're considering going on a celibacy journey, try picking up a hobby. That tends to help. You know, retransferring that energy into something positive, something productive. I will say that's a good way to start that journey. Clearly express your feelings and thoughts. You got to feel it, deal with it, and let it go. Because there's a huge blessing with the Ten of Pentacles. There's a huge blessing ahead of you. New tradition. You will start a new tradition that will bring joy and meaning to your life. This card signifies the importance of creating lasting memories and rituals. Financial gains in, I don't know why I feel like somebody's going to learn how to make DIY decorations and have like a pop-up shop or something, or sell decorations on Etsy or something. It's like it's giving arts and crafts, but with high value. Yeah, go figure. All right, collective. I'm gonna leave this food for thought here, and yeah, remember you're way more blessed than you are stressed. Please believe that. If you would like for me to privately address it and bless it, the information is down below on how to book a reading with me. And in the meantime, in between time, I'll send an immense amount of love, light, and high vibrational energy your way. And I will catch you all soon with another video. Take care, collective. Bye.